What's up, Cancer? With your April, how do they feel about me love reading? This is for the lovely Cancerians, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general love reading and may not resonate with every Cancer out there. So guys, this is a general. As always in a general, roles can be reversed, energies can be reversed, and cross watchers. This very well may play out from your perspective. So please just apply it how it fits, and if it's not for you, it's definitely not for you. This is for those who need guidance and clarity in a situation. Maybe you are in a connection where there's no communication, you're having issues, or you're separated. So if that sounds like a situation for you, then this is the reading for you. So Spirit, tell me about Cancer's person.
Oh, right. I feel like this person's a little confused right now about you and them with this Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups. I feel like this person has a lot going on right now in their mind. Like they have a lot of ideas of like how you're feeling, what's going on, what they should do. And I do see some confliction here, but it's almost as if with this Justice that this person kind of wants to maybe like bring something back into balance, yes, but like almost like maybe right some past wrongs, like fix something. Like if you and this person are going through something right now, like whether that's just an argument, fights, maybe even a separation, I don't feel like it's sitting right with them at this time, and they're kind of like wondering what they can do about it is what I'm getting with this. Okay. Yeah, and you know what I'm thinking too? Because if there has been a lot since we have the Five of Wands here, yeah, that's like conflict, maybe just things not going their way, or this could be inner conflict as well as like arguments. But I do feel like with that blank thing, it's like they want maybe just want to like wipe the slate clean with that blank card. Very interesting. Oh, this isn't the Seven of Cups, this is the Six of Cups. So this is even more interesting. So this means that this person has been really thinking about things that have happened in the past between you and them. That's even more interesting. It's like, anyways, this Six of Cups means this person is very nostalgic right now, that they have been thinking about past situations. I feel like past things, that could have been what that confusion of like going over in their head of like, what can I do to solve this? I don't know what to do. Almost makes even more sense for that too. So I do feel like with this Queen of Swords, this is kind of like maybe how they're thinking you are at this time. So what I mean by that is they could be conflicted and confused about what step they're going to take towards you, because they may think that you would either be quite cold to them, whether that's rightfully so, you know, I don't know what has happened or whatever the case is, or it's like they may be like, well, pile one just doesn't care anymore, like with this Queen of Swords, and they're like, I don't know, if I approach them, are they going to like completely just like, I was like thinking like with the Queen of Swords, like, are they gonna like cut my head off? Or are they going to like be mean? Are they going to either like not respond at all? Because the Queen of Swords sometimes comes out in readings when someone has to be a little bit cold towards the other person, because it's like they kind of have to cut off their emotions, and they can't just keep doing the same things, because a lot of the times the Queen of Swords can come up when someone is in a separation, or someone had to cut themselves off from someone else. And that's why I feel like she's known for being a bit cold, because it's like she had to do what she had to do. She couldn't rely on her emotions to keep making the choices for her. And so with that being said, I do feel like this person may be thinking that you're done here. Interesting. Okay, let's get a couple more cards. So why is this Five of Wands here, Spirit? What is this confliction or conflict that this person has been thinking about when it comes to my pile one? We have the King of Cups. So conflicted emotionally, conflicted about what it is they should do. Should I feel like this person with the King of Cups probably has been feeling a lot lately, at least. And then I feel like they've been trying with the King of Cups, because the King of Cups is like a master of emotions. And so I feel like they may be either realize that they can't let their emotions get the best of them for some of you, or have been trying to not let their feelings like get the best of them. And I think that's why they're kind of in this like indecisive, confused energy with this Two of Swords, because they're like, my heart is telling me one thing, but my mind is telling me another thing. And I think they're trying to, and you know, justice can also be weighing out a choice as well. Like you have the choice to do what you feel is the most diplomatic thing, or what would be the most justified thing in both people's like parts. But it is coming in reverse, so it is kind of coming as a blockage as well. So this is, and then that kind of would indicate the Two of Swords as well too, like, you know, kind of at a stalemate. I don't know what to do. Should I approach pile one? Should I do this? Should we work it out? Does pile one still care? I think they just have a lot of those things going on right now. And I think this is leading to, with the Page of Wands here with the Two of Swords, I think this is like their desire for you is kind of causing even more confliction as well too. I think that they are attracted to you, or like they feel drawn to you with this Page of Wands, because this Page of Wands can also indicate like a desire, or like sometimes it even indicates just like a little feeling. Sometimes like on readings it comes up, it's like a little feeling, that a little push towards what it is that you want, but they're not making any moves with the Two of Swords, because they're like, well, what I want necessarily couldn't be right, you know. And that's the kind of what I'm getting here. A lot of confusion in this person's thought process, or this person's mind right now. So last but not least, before we get some oracles, we are also going to be doing some channeled messages from this person, as well as some advice for you at the end too. But let's go ahead and see why this Justice is in reverse here. I keep looking at these together. For some reason, I feel like they just match so well. Right. Why is this Justice here in reverse? Why is the person feeling this Justice in reverse? All right, so we have the Three of Wands. Okay. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Look at this. These are just for the wands. It's like the tiny little wands on the tongue right there. And that's how you know that it's one. I swear I'm usually better at reading what each card is. But yeah, I love that. They feel a separation here too, now looking at this, because the world is over here and then we have the person right here. And it's almost as if they feel like there's so much space and distance between you at this time. And I feel like that's maybe why they want to right this past wrong, or like do something that kind of closes that gap. I don't think that they like feeling distant from you, but I feel like they feel as right now that there's almost nothing that they can do about it. And, but the Three of Wands is also about recognizing what you want and going after it as well too. Not only there just being distance between. So I think this is maybe this, again, like weighing out this decision. Oh, and you know what? This Justice has that heart and that feather on here as well too. Kind of like the story, with, you know, Anubis. It's like, you know, to get into the afterlife, your heart has to be lighter than a feather. This could indicate many things here as well, that this person's heart is weighing a little bit heavy when it comes to this situation. And also I feel that this is about them, you know, still weighing out what the choices on what works here, like on this connection, what they should do. Almost as if my dog is like coughing up a hairball or something in the background. I'm so sorry. But it's like almost as if like what they should do, like almost like a heart and a mind on each side. Like, oh, I don't know what to do with my pile one. I think some of this is ego as well when it comes to this situation, just because, not in like such a bad way, but like almost in a way I was like, you know how our ego tries to keep us safe? Like, you know, like our hearts would say, like, I'm getting like this, the energy of like, you never know until you try, you know, but sometimes our egos will tell us like to not try, because there's already, it's like, you're going to get hurt. So just don't do it, you know, and that could be how they're feeling as well too. Oh, look at, right when I say that, the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. So yeah, this person is feeling hurt a bit. some inner wounds, I think, were definitely reflected in this situation on how, and most likely on both parts, because usually it's not just one or the other. So, and I do think that it's like this person maybe is holding back due to this, due to either making this worse or causing more heartache than they already kind of are feeling. Interesting. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get some oracles here for you. Let's see if we can get any more information before we head into the channel messages. Although I am quite, if I do see some myself, I am quite very interested to see what channel messages are going to come up for this pile. Just to see what this person really wants to say, because there is a lot of like confusion. So I kind of want to know like how they're like really feeling, like get in there, you know, that true grit. Okay. So, what else can we tell pile 1 spirit about how this person is feeling right now towards the situation and towards them? Okay, so we have trust. Kind of coming in reverse, but I don't normally take reversals for this one, but if it's noted, then I'm like, okay, I get it. So I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. This is that confusion and that 2 of Swords. This person isn't trusting their inner voice at this time and trusting that. And you know what's crazy is what I was trying to explain, but now that I think about it, I think that's like what I meant with this Page of Wands, like that feeling, that desire. That's our inner voice as well. When I was talking about it, pulling us towards something, that's our inner voice. A lot of the time we get confused and like, we're like, well, why am I here? What does my heart want? I don't know. It's not a lot of the time like a put together sentence in our brain that says, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that. It's that tugging and that pulling of what it is we want to do or what kind of lights us up. And I think this person's not capable, or at least, because of this 3 of Swords, why I'm saying this, at least wanting to trust that at this time. And I feel like this person may even be like oh, look, we have attachments too at the bottom, but I feel like this person may even be like in some sort of mindset too of like, well, I've listened to that voice before and it's gotten me hurt, or, it's bruised my ego, or whatever the case is. And so they're like, maybe they feel burned right now. Not saying that you did anything. It just could be, it's not necessarily because you did anything. That's not why I'm getting that. They may just feel burned because things didn't work out the way that they wanted them to, or things aren't going the way that they wanted them to, So they're like, oh, that hurts. Let's just stay safe for right now. Okay. And then we have man holding a coin in reverse as well too. This could be in reference definitely to the King of Pentacles, maybe feeling a bit unstable right now in their life, as well as maybe wanting to be a more stable figure, but not being able to in your life. But this could just be, like this person is going through some things where everything in this person's life could be like changing or shifting. And this could have to do with financial situations as well, as like, maybe this person doesn't feel like they have enough to impress you at this time or to offer you something at this time. Like just say if this person's circumstances changed and they all of a sudden had a bunch of money or like a really nice car. I'm not saying that this impresses you. I'm just saying like, just they woke up the next day and they had all that, then maybe they would just approach you. Like maybe they would have more confidence. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is sometimes the King of Pentacles in reverse can be a lack of confidence too, but usually because of like material things. And I don't think that's very important, but sometimes, that's just how people think, I guess. But it doesn't even have to be like this person holds that much value on that too. It's maybe like this person just doesn't have those things. But for the most part, for the majority of you that are watching this, I do feel like this is just, they're feeling very unstable right now. I don't know why I'm getting the message too. Sometimes like this card in reverse or the King of Pentacles in reverse could be like a lack of discipline here. So that, I don't know, that could be in for someone somewhere. I don't know, that was kind of random, but maybe for some of you, this could be like empty promises too, and that could be that lack of discipline. Like maybe this person said that they were going to do something, said that they were going to, be this type of person or do these certain things or offer you this, and they weren't able to due to their own lack of discipline. Interesting. Okay. But, oh yeah, and then look, so underneath attachments, we have man holding heart. So I think this attachments is connected to this Three of Swords, which is this heartache, this pain that they're still kind of holding on to, which seems to be clouding their judgment and clouding their decision-making skills when it comes to moving forward here in this connection. Or at least that like whole, wanting to wipe the slate clean. Don't get me wrong, like it's very adamant that the feelings are here for you. It's just they have blockages, whether that's for things that have happened in this connection before, or this could, for some of you, this could even be connections in the past, or this could be a person's childhood, or for some of you, it could literally be like all of the above. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is just attachments that this person still has that's blocking them from, maybe even coming and being the most authentic person when it comes to love. I think this person has some safety issues here too, that they want to stay safe here, even though they want to, like they have feelings for you and they want to, with a man holding a heart would be someone kind of coming in with the love offer, kind of like the Knight of Cups, like they have romantic feelings and stuff, but the Three of Swords and the attachments are also blockages coming through, saying that that may be stopping this as well, or it could just have come through to interrupt this connection altogether, like this person's locked this, Okay, so now I'm going to stop talking and let's get to the channeled messages. Let's see what this person has to say. So Spirit, what does this person want my pile one to know, please, about this situation? Okay, so we have, I regret so many things. That's that justice, righting past wrongs here. I think like they kind of, they knew someone here was in the wrong. Well, I think it would be them, obviously. Maybe this person, because I'm saying it would be them, but then when I'm channeling, I'm saying like, someone's in the wrong. Maybe this person does have a tendency to not take accountability as well for some of the things that they've done. And that could be something that's holding them back too, because they don't want to face that music. Almost I'm getting like judgment type of energy here too. Interesting. It wasn't worth losing you. Okay. I just want to hear your voice again. And then we have, I don't know how I feel. I'm going to get a cup as one. I think this person maybe like some of you, I'm getting a little bit of some sort of like runner energy. And if that's not the case of like running from the situation, then I think it's maybe like running from their own feelings and their own emotions. Because when it's like, I don't know how to feel, when this person is definitely feeling things when it comes to this connection, this is maybe in the act of like not facing it at this time, and so they're like, I don't want to feel like crap, so I'm just gonna like be like, oh, I don't know how to feel, if that makes sense, kind of like sometimes when I feel like we're like, oh, I don't know how I feel, it's because we're like, we haven't processed it yet, Oopsies, that's a lot. Okay, so we have, okay, so we'll just take a look at some of these because that was kind of a lot. So at the bottom though, we have, I'm going through a lot right now, which I did kind of was sensing that. And then let me grab the one that fell for you guys. Sorry. Oh, so I'm insecure about my looks. This doesn't necessarily have to be about the looks. I think this is the only one that says anything about some sort of insecurities here. So this could be just confirmation about that, like that man holding a coin in reverse, feeling a bit insecure at this time. Oh, we have, is there still a chance? Oops, sorry, I'm like burping. I don't know why that always happens. It's like I don't ever burp like throughout the day, or at least if I do, I don't notice, or if I do, it's like because I'm drinking like, you know, like a fizzy drink or something. But nope, the only time I burp is when I'm recording, doing readings. So it's like that's the only time they want to come out. Oh, I have heard though that that is a form of release. And so maybe that's what's happening too. Okay, so we have I can love you better than them. Oh, look, we have double energy. Just give me one more chance. I'll put that right next to, is there still a chance? I'm confused about how I feel and what I want. So again, there's like so much like synchronicities to the beginning of this reading. Like this person is very confused. This person definitely wants to right past wrongs, but they kind of don't know where to begin or don't know where to start. Yeah, there's definitely insecurities here when it comes to, I think, the future of this connection and making like future moves as well too. And then look at, we have you are all I think about. Wow. This person could still feel very attached to you with these attachments too. This card talks about like, you know, having trying to let go of negative attachments to the past and things like that, which we did have these six. Well, turned out we had the six of cups. And with that being said, this person still feels like very attached to you. Like, even if you're not together, or you have, for some of you, even if you've been separated for a little bit, you know, I do feel like it's like they can't run from this until they face some sort of like how they're feeling, you know? And I think that's that haven't processed it, but I do feel like it's going, you know? I think that there's like, especially from the stage that this person's in processing, it's like, yeah, they're feeling it. They can't, it's like, it's almost like they can't deny it anymore. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here just for a second if you want to screenshot them so you can like look at them later, or if you haven't read them all, you want to finish reading them. But I am going to start pulling your advice here. All right, so what advice do we have here for pile one about this situation? Too many cards. I think we'll do these three. Oh, number at the bottom of the deck, we have Becoming Braver, which is all about resilience, and getting stronger at even like a fresh perspective as well too. Okay. So all must have prizes, trying to please everybody. And then we also have We Are All Mad here. Ah. Oh my gosh, look at this. I just got the goosebumps reading this because of justice in reverse. Law is not justice. Rules that are not fair. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, just because something is what it is or is supposed to be what it is does not mean that it's fair. It does not mean that it's right. If someone hurt you, you know, or whatever the case is here with this, just this whole situation in general not working out the way that maybe you wanted it to, just because maybe for some people say, which I know I say that as well too, and it can sound a bit inconsiderate if we're like, if we're saying like, oh, you know, karmically, you know, this was supposed to be like that, you know, or this was fate or blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm even guilty of saying those types of things as well too. And, you know, not realizing that regardless, it's not fair that, you know, you had to go through certain things like that, or you have to deal with this as well. And I think, it says law is not justice. That's very interesting. Because yet justice is like righteousness, and laws are just things that you feel like you have to do. So I think in this case, this is for you to do what you feel is right, not what you're supposed to do. This is a beautiful message for like, sometimes even me, we're like, well, I'm supposed to have empathy. I'm supposed to feel this way. I'm supposed to. What do you feel like you should do? What do you need to do in this situation? I think this is time for you to do what's best for you. And then we have We're All Mad here, which talks about everyone just being a little bit different. So some people aren't like you. I feel like some people don't see things the way that you see them, and some people don't have the empathy and the compassion and can hold the space the way that you can. And I think that is very frustrating, especially in situations where you have felt that you were wronged, or things have gone wrong maybe, and or turned a certain direction, and you're able to easily see what's going on here, but the other person can't. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is maybe like almost like an acceptance of that not everyone thinks like you, or feels the way you do, or loves the way you do. And then we have all must have prizes, which is trying to please everybody. I feel like this one is very important for it. Your advice here as well too, about, you can't make everyone see you as the person that you know that you are, especially in situations, especially when people have certain blockages as well too, and they can only see things through their own pain, or, and this could even go for like other things as well too. Like you really can't please everybody. And kind of just like what I was saying here about not everyone is like you, not everyone loves the way you do, that in that case, it means as well that, sometimes you're not for everybody, because not everybody can see the true you. And I'm not just talking about this situation. Like I'm just talking like in a very, very general sense. I'm not talking about this exact like situation, although if that resonates as well, then to take that. But I do feel like, you can't make everyone know your true heart with this, is kind of what I'm feeling here, is like this message. Like, you're a beautiful person, you're a good person, and you have good intentions, especially when it comes to love and things of that nature. Well, not everyone's going to look at that and look at you and believe that. And that's not quite literally your problem. Like if you come in with, clear intentions, and someone is coming in to seeing through their past pain, seeing through that type of lens and saying like, well, there's no way that pile one could be this sincere. There's no way that pile one can love me this much and not expect anything, or not be doing anything, on the side, or just trying to hurt me in any type of way. Sometimes people just aren't able to accept that. But good news is that there is, you being that way means that there are other people out there like you. Even though sometimes it feels like it's very rare, at times, I feel like you kind of are some sort of shining light, and at least some hope. Like I'm getting that quote, if everything or everyone seems dark around you, look again, you may be the light. That's kind of like what this message is really telling me. It's like, like almost as if like you can have hope for believing that people can love deeply, because you know that you can love deeply. So you know that it's possible, and you know that you can be accepting and open and all of that, as well as get what you deserve here too. Wow. Very beautiful messages. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm going to leave this reading here. I really hope it helped, or, at least you enjoyed it. Maybe at the least part, you got some entertainment out of it. Who knows? But thank you so much for staying till the end. Don't forget to like or subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel for many more readings. And thank you so much for anyone who has liked, subscribed, commented, shared, anything that has ever supported my channel in any type of way. You have no idea how grateful I am for that, and how much it actually means to me. Like, you literally have no idea. So thank you so much, and I will see you beautiful souls at the next reading. Bye. Hi, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Luna Somnia Tarot deck, or this obsidian with these gold, I was going to call them doodles, but I'm like, that's not giving it justice. I'll let you take a look, see what's all on there. But yeah, the gold artwork on there. Then this is your reading. So today we are asking the question of how this person on your mind is currently feeling about you. What are their current thoughts, feeling towards you and towards this connection? So I'm going to please ask Spirit to please tune me in to my Pile 2's energy. And if you can please tune me in and answer the question of how the person feels about them. Thank you. This is another part of my, excuse me. All right. So let's take a look. See, how is this person feeling about my pile 2? What are their current thoughts and feelings with my pile 2 at this time they are seeing this? All right, the first card we have is the Chariot. How are they feeling about my pile 2? We have the Knight of Cups. Someone wants to tell you how they feel. Interesting. I think with this Chariot, though, I don't want to overspeak or overreach because we all don't have many cards here yet, but I do feel like with this Chariot, they've been kind of wanting to, and they feel like they may need to like push through their insecurities and tell you how they really feel at this time. The next card we have is the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles can definitely represent insecurities as well too, but I think maybe they may feel not seen by you at this time, whether that's because you chose to walk away. We have the Eight of Wands, pushing through insecurities though. Interesting. All right, let's get a couple clarifiers here so we can really say, but I do feel like this person does want to approach you for sure and tell you how they've been feeling. Definitely that's something that they've been wanting to do. I think they may have a fear here though of being rejected with the Five of Pentacles, but with the Eight of Wands, it's like they're still wanting to tell you. Regardless, it's like something that's going to take some willpower for them, but they want to come through. And the Eight of Wands can also indicate a message as well too. So let's go ahead and clarify. So what is this Chariot about? We have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, some collaboration energy too. Why is this Knight of Cups here? We have the Four of Wands. And let's talk about this Five of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Wands. And then with the Eight of Wands, we have the Four of Swords, which is such conflicting energy. The Eight of Wands is like going after it, energy, moving, getting it, you know, and the Four of Swords is like contemplation, just waiting, not really doing anything, resting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor though. So this is very interesting energy here on how this person feels. I do feel like for some of you, this could be a reconciliation. But if this is not a reconciliation for some of you, this person just does want to approach you with, I think, taking things more serious here. With the Four of Wands, because that does represent people coming together. It can represent like a celebration, but also it's like a union as well. And so this could be like a connection. They want to be in a connection, a relationship here with you. But I do think, yeah, with the Ten of Wands here and the Five of Pentacles, the only thing that has been stopping this person is fears and burdens of rejection. And maybe thinking that they may not even be good enough here for you, or even maybe some feelings of unworthiness when it comes to you. And that seems to be kind of maybe stopping this person. But regardless of like whether they're resting, they're not doing anything with this Four of Swords, their energy is still very much drawn to you, pushing towards you, pulling towards you. You may even feel their energy at times, maybe tugging on yours as well, because this is something that they, I think, have been thinking about and have been wanting to do or to approach you with. And it doesn't even have to be just a specific love offer. This is just them feeling like you guys work very well together. They want to make this work. They want to push through anything that is stopping them and be able to offer you or see where these romantic feelings really go and take off, which could end up being like, you know, a relationship. Maybe some of you with the Four of Wands and just general reading here, so don't think it resonates, but some of you may have even talked about moving in together. Some of you may have talked about, planning things together and things like that. And this could be indication of them still wanting to do that. Now, the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor here too, which could indicate maybe this person's need or want to make those choices, make better choices, or just be a better, more stable figure here for you. I feel like the Emperor is someone who's very empowered and can feel like they have control over everything. And that could be something that, I know that doesn't sound good, and maybe that's not good for some of you. Maybe this person does kind of have a little bit of control issues. But what I mean by that is I think something that could also be coming as this block is like this person always wanting to have control over a situation, or maybe control over how they're viewed or how they're seen. And when you don't know how another person feels, or you don't know what the other person is going to say, they're thinking that they could potentially be in this Five of Pentacles energy of like, oh, like rejected, energy. And that doesn't give them control. You deciding what you want on your own doesn't give them control. So basically they're like, maybe they're like hesitant here because they're like, I don't know how I'm going to be received. Whether that's because you have a past here with this person and and they want to try again and they don't know how you feel, or they're like, is pile 2 like gonna be, welcoming with open arms, and they going to like shut me out and never speak to me again kind of energy for that. And then for some of you, I feel like this could even be a like budding new connection too. And like this person's like, I don't know, maybe this is like they have the feelings and they do feel drawn to you energetically, romantically, but they're like just have their own little issues they're kind of working with right now here too. Very interesting. So let's go ahead and get some oracles to see even more into how this person is feeling. So what's up with this? Okay, so we have blossoming abundance coming in reverse, but that's still not a bad thing that it's in reverse. It just means that maybe this person is still kind of blocked right now. And with that being said, this means that they do see the potential and that this situation does have a lot of potential to grow and develop as well too. Things growing and romantically and stuff like that, Okay, so let's see. How else does this person feel about pile 2? What's going on here with the pile 2? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have walking away. We have adjacent possibilities in reverse, and we also have a judgment. Okay, this is interesting. So basically, I do feel like this person may have... let me see. I think this person has maybe closed off a lot of themselves at one point in time, or maybe their situation, because both of these cards, even though they're in reverse, both of these cards signify a great amount of potential. So maybe this person is in this energy of like, could have been, like, maybe if I did this better, pile 2 wouldn't have, maybe ghosted me or left me out or anything like that. I'm not saying that has to be the case, but this is like what I'm really feeling with these oracles right here. Like this person's in this energy of like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have did that, because look at, if I would have just been there for pile 2, or if I would have just maybe showed up more for pile 2, if I would have did this for pile 2, it would have been better. So I do feel like there is some regrets here. Like there could have been, or maybe this person is just thinking about all the possibilities that it could have been or could be, but they're still not really like acting on it as well. Because we have the 5, or the 5, I was going to say we have the 5 of Pentacles, but we also have this walking away. You may have decided to leave this situation, and this could have been causing this person to, like, I do feel like this person does want to reach out, and I do feel like this person does feel like they want to, like I said in the beginning, tell you how they feel, but there is some like rejection here that they're kind of facing, and this could have been due to their own actions. And I think that's why this is coming blocked here as well too. They're almost like, dang, like I wish I could have just saw this through, or I wish I could have, like there's so much potential that could have been here, with this adjacent possibilities and blossom abundance. And then maybe they're almost even like kicking themselves for this as well too. For some of you, I'm even hearing that maybe it was this person. I think this is a very specific group. This could have been this person that walked away as well. I feel like they're kicking their own choices for that right now too. It's almost as if they feel like they should have given it another chance, or they should have approached you differently, or they shouldn't have just acted on their own insecurities. And maybe like if this was like a ghosting situation. Now, I do feel like that was just for the specific group. So, but whatever it is, I feel like there is some sort of like regret, or like they're thinking about how it could have been. Okay, I already said that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get, I have to stop myself because sometimes I just keep repeating myself and I'm like, all right, I said that already. Let's get like one more oracle for this, and then we're going to pull some channeled messages from this person as well as some advice for you. So what's another anxiety in reverse? Okay. Okay, so this person does seem to worry a lot if this is still going to work out. I think they worry about like how they're going to be perceived, where your head's at. This could be this like lesson that they have to kind of release control and let things go. So like what's interesting too is like for that specific message, if they were to have walked away, or they were to have like ran from the situation and they are rejecting it now, that would have been their shadow self of this like having to have control sabotage it. Because sometimes if we don't know how things are going to turn out, we accept the only thing that we can control. We accept the only outcome that we know, which would be to either leave or to ruin it, because that gives us some false sense of control. And I'm saying us and we as in like, as people. I feel like a lot of people do that even subconsciously, until, you're aware of it and you bring it to light, and then you don't do it anymore. But I think for some of you, this person did that. Very interesting. Okay, let's see. And then, also on the other end of that spectrum, for the people that I feel like this is like them that had to walk away, or even if you didn't have to walk away, just maybe like had to separate yourself or pull back your energy. But whatever the case is, it's making them feel like, again, like they're losing control, and it's triggering them. Either way, I think that this person kind of got a little triggered, especially with anxiety here for sure. Okay, one more. How is this person, or what can you tell us more about how this person is feeling about pile 2? And then we'll get the challenge messages going. How's this person feeling about pile 2? So we have the temple path. Ooh, we have pride. Pride could come as like maybe a little, they don't want to put their pride to the side. And then we also have success, envy, the thinking woman in reverse, and happy family in reverse. Yeah, with this envy and success right here, they're like, something didn't work out the way that they wanted it to, and they're like a little bitter about it. Like they're like, oh my gosh, like why this should have been me, or I should have did this, because envy is not always just about, but it's like not just like, oh, I'm jealous or I'm envious. It's also about, looking, not really caring for your circumstances right now, and looking and wanting more, seeing something that you're like, well, I wish I could just have that, or I wish I could just want that. Because in the image, this person like seemingly has it all. She's in a castle, but in her mind, it's very dark. And she has this bowl of jewels or pearls, but she's only looking focused at what she doesn't have and what she doesn't. And so I think this is the perfect like metaphor or like symbolism to how this person is kind of kicking themselves to this of feeling like they don't have the chance anymore for this. The Temple Path is definitely a very spiritual card here as well, too. This could have been almost like, I don't want to say it because I know it sounds so insensitive sometimes, but this could have almost been spiritually guided for them to feel or to do, to realize certain things as well too. And then if not, this is about them like maybe needing to trust that they are on a guided path, a spiritual path, that and that things do happen, you know, the way that they're supposed to happen. And that is also a need to release control, because if things are meant to be, if you view life in that sort of way of like almost like a destiny or a fated life, which I feel like we all have free will regardless, and we do have control over what it is that we want, and we can decide things obviously. But if we all have some sort of like, I feel personally, some energetic pull. Some people call that the what is it called, like the red string, you know what I'm saying, where it's like you're always gonna run into those people that you're meant to run into. You're always going to be with those people you're meant to be with. So to kind of, you don't have to force anything or do anything. Anyways, this could just be like a need for that as well. And then we have the thinking woman in reverse with a happy family. Maybe this person thinks that there's a couple different messages here. This person may think that you're not thinking about them, or that you could be thinking about someone else. But also this is maybe like them like trying to not continually think about you when it seemed to be, you know, and the happy family in reverse is like the 10 of Cups in reverse. This is like maybe feeling like their happiness lies within other people, or their happiness lies within you, and like they just can't have it anymore and they don't have it. Interesting. But this person does seem to be a little bit prideful. At the same time, it's like that, and so it's all that going on in there, and then like they're at the same time they're still kind of like a little prideful and like not willing to like budge. That's weird. Oh well, okay, so let's go ahead and get some channel messages. I'm actually quite very interested to see what comes up here. I'm still keeping my options open. Okay. Well, that's a good confession to come out first. Yeah, I think that this person, again, this is like that. What I'm really hearing here is that this person does, again, like that, it's that fear of letting go of control. Now, you're probably like, how the heck does that happen with this? This is like putting all your eggs in one basket and potentially getting hurt by the person that you actually like and you actually want to be with. So what you do is you have a, you know, that's those people that have a roster. So they're like, oh, well, you know, just in case, you know, my pile chew doesn't work out, which is what I really want to, I'm not going to look like a fool, or I'm not going to be lonely because I have, you know, B, C, and D. And that's just it screams very immature to me, you know. And it's like, and obviously if you know what you want and you want someone, you know, you wouldn't be, and you were mature enough to handle it, you wouldn't be, risking those types of things too. So all I'm saying, I don't like, I'm going to try not to put my opinion in too much, but, if I can for a second, that's a huge red flag. Okay. Let's make up. Okay, so this is that offer like that they were wanting, but now I don't know about you anymore. I want to make it official. This can also be very conflicting as well too. Like, oh, you know how I said too, oh my gosh, with the 8 of Wands and the 4 of Swords, how I was like, this is very conflicting energy, like shoot for the stars, stay and do nothing type of energy. I'm still keeping my options open, but I want to wait. I want to make this official. Like, figure out. I think you're the one. Yeah. You see, you see that now, huh? I feel like this person with that rejection, yeah, you see it. I'm sorry. I just want to like, I feel like I want to like tell this person off for you. Like, I want to like stand up to them and just be like, yeah, I bet you do think pile choose the one, huh? Bet you wish you would have saw that earlier, or, you know, or something cooler, but Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just heard a spirit, that's not the answer. Because I don't know whose guide was coming through right now, but they're kind of pressure. They said, or just pop them in the mouth. Like, no, it was obviously a joke, and don't ever do that. But that was funny. I think that was more for like me, but that's funny. Not like me personally, but like that's like my sense of humor. I get it. Okay, so we have I blamed you at the bottom now for things that I did. Again, another immature. I want you to make the first move. Yeah, that's like that person being scared to make the move here. I want you so bad. Will you still stand by me after everything that I've done? And there's a lot here. I don't know if we should do them all, but you know what? Hey, you only live once, right? Or at least you only live this life once. And hear me out. So I love you more than words can explain. This definitely screams to me just with this energy of like, I'm not good at articulating my feelings, but I feel very strongly for you. That's what the hint kind of is telling me. I'm lying when I say that I don't miss you. Again, pride. Oh, I want to move in together. This is that Four of Wands, like I was saying for some of you. I was only looking out for myself at the time. And are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, this was a lot. I don't know if they're all in the screen, but I'm going to leave that right here. Feel free to screenshot it if you want to look at it later, go over it later, whatever the case is. I'm going to shuffle your advice while you do that. But yeah, with this, I was only looking out for myself at the time. That's very much, again, protective energy, kind of needing to have control of this situation, which has come up throughout the whole thing. That I want you so bad was very much that Eight of Wands like energy. Like while they're not doing anything, their energy is still like very much attracted to you, wanting to push towards you. And then, but I still get a lot of immaturity here. And what I mean by immaturity is like, an emotionally mature person, you know, could step to you and know exactly, tell you exactly how they feel, exactly what they want, and be open and honest with you. But I can't say that this person is being dishonest on purpose. I think this person doesn't even know what they want fully at certain times. I think this person, it gets pulled in separate directions. And this could be like maybe like past versions of themselves. Like, you know, if they used to be like in their player ways or whatever, and then coming across you, someone that they have very strong feelings for, that they do want to make this work. They want, you know, they want to be with you. And they could be, it's almost like I'm getting this like, angel and devil on your shoulder, where like the angel is like, you know, we can make this work. I have to be this type of person. I have to be faithful. I have to do this. And then the devil's like, well, you know, and then devil would be like literally like the devil card, like, you know, old toxic behaviors, cycles, things like that, whispering in the ear. Well, like, you know, we should do this, go do this, and all that stuff too. You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So with that, all of that being said, let's go ahead and get some advice for you here. What advice do we have in this situation for my pile two? Curiouser and curiouser is the card. I love that because I say that all the time. Actually, I grew up quoting Alice in Wonderland like constantly. But so discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. Okay, so let's see what you should be curious about. What should you indulge or indulge? That's not the word. Just ignore what I just said. Manage to be glad, create our own happiness regardless of conditions. I love that. That's kind of something that I've really been focused on right now. Like no matter what things look or what they seem like, you know, to not pay attention. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get these cards out because there's some that flipped over. But yeah, so basically, hold on, Molly. Sorry. It's what I've been focusing on too, is to try to we realize that, we're creating our futures and things by like, our feelings and our thoughts and not every thought. I don't like to spread that like, oh, your thoughts create your reality, because that doesn't mean that you can't have an intrusive thought and it's going to come true. I don't ever feel like you can't think bad things. But basically, if our circumstances look not so good or they don't look like how we want them to be, that doesn't mean anything. And I think it is important to take your energy and your focus off of that at times. And a good example to do that would be that if you're trying to manifest something better for yourself, but it's not looking good, and you're focused on, you're saying like, oh, I don't know, I don't have this, it's not looking good for me. For the circumstances that you're in right now have already manifested. They're already there. It's dead. It's dead weight. It doesn't have any power. It's literally like just like a physical, like anything, like this table. And so, I hope this made sense. And so with that being said, you don't need to focus on that to create more of that. Like, so if that would be like, loneliness or heartache or separation, which obviously feel your feelings, but you know what I'm saying? You don't need to focus so much a lot of the time on those things, because, like Rumi said, what we're looking for is also looking for you. So if you're constant, and that's what I like to tell people too about even like shadow work and things like that. Shadow work will present itself to you in your life. Like you will be constantly faced with your shadow when it's time, when things aren't happening for you. I'm sorry, hold on. I have to grab my dog because she's about to pee. Ah. Here you go. Silly wild goose. Okay, sorry. If I don't pay attention, if I don't get her out of here, she's gonna pee right where she is, and I was not touching that up. Anyways, yeah, I don't know how much of that I said, but yeah, shadow work will present itself to you when it's time to, when your shadow's there, and that's time to confront it. But even I fell victim to constantly looking for things that I needed to fix, constantly trying to do shadow work and things like that. Well, I was just creating myself in this like loop, in the spiral of constantly looking for bad, constantly looking for good. And trust me, good, bad, or things to fix. And trust me, I found it. It showed itself to me. And then I got exhausted. We get exhausted always trying to find answers, look for things, stuff like that. And so with that being said, you start to look for good, and good will appear. And it takes time, and we're human. We're not always capable of like being in a high vibration or like things like that. Like it ebbs and it flows. But I think this card is coming out and saying it's time for you to maybe take your focus off things that aren't working and put your focus on things that will work. In a very long description. Okay, the next one we have is number 11, changed in the night. You have changed quickly. This is indication too of rapid growth as well too. I think that you may be a little, if I could be quite honest, don't tell them that I'm telling you this, pile two, but you may be a little bit more advanced than this person, especially emotionally and things like that. And so, or you may have just outgrown the people around you, or whether that's this person, or, just outgrown these circumstances, like rose and above. Like you see things differently now. You understand things more. And, with that, that means, you're deserving of more. You don't have to keep putting up with the same things. All right. And then bottom of this, we have nonsense. It's time to talk sense. Ooh, talk some sense into you, talk some sense into this situation. I think I'm hearing from spirit that you are so much more mature and you are deserving of so much greater things. And why do you put up with these little behaviors? I guess maybe that's curiouser, maybe that's something that you can always dive deep into, what it is that you're willing to get out of this. Also, it's not so much shame. I'm not trying to put any shame or like anything like that on you, because spirit just kind of gave me a message here too of like writing maybe like qualities of people that you want, or the qualities of your life that you want, writing it down and kind of seeing it, looking at it on paper, and maybe even having some realizations of like what you've been accepting in your life too, like, and realizing that's not it. I don't know. I think that there's some like big realizations that you have recently had or have been having when it comes to situations. And I think that your growth has definitely skyrocketed. changed quickly. Yeah, like you are someone who adapts and evolves very quickly, very fast. And I think your spirit team is very proud of you for that as well too. But with that does come letting go of the things that we have outgrown. And I'm not necessarily referring to straight up this person or anything straight up, like a specific thing. This could be energetically as well too, if that makes sense. Okay, and then we have becoming braver. Oh, look, and then we have follow your own gut advice. This is what I was talking about. Like you know what to do. You have the great advice. You may even be the type of person that, that you like people go to for advice. And then maybe if like I'm just for an example, this doesn't have to be true, but like if there was like a friend that maybe saw you like putting up with somebody or putting up with something, they would just be like, wow, like pile two is so much better than that. Like why would she even do that? Or why would he even do that? Or why would they even do that? Or, or I don't know the other ones. I'm so sorry. But, whatever your pronouns are, why would you do that? And then we have becoming braver. Oh, look, and then we have find the lesson, discover the purpose in the situation, and trust that you are learning. That's that curiouser energy. I feel like there is a lesson here of that. I think that maybe you still are kind of learning. And then we have all in the golden afternoon, which is a beautiful, inspiration, a spark. And maybe this is something that will come to you as like some sort of like aha moment. But, yeah, the more that you're willing to look at, like with this becoming braver, like the more that you're willing to dive deeper, look deeper, the more that you actually will find. And I know I just said that about the shadow work and things like that, but this could be the shadow work that is presenting itself to you at this time. So I always am saying dive deep, pile two, if that's the case. If it's there, do it. Or do whatever you want to do. But I think that there's a lesson here that you are learning, but I feel like you're there, or at least some of you have learned this lesson, and some of you are just like right there, if that makes sense. That's just the energy that I'm feeling and the message that I'm getting here. It's like you're right on the cusp of some sort of breakthrough here about something about yourself. So yeah, I would say keep pushing, keep diving, but that ended up to be a lot longer than I thought. I am so sorry. Thank you so much if you're still here. Actually, I will end this reading, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another one. And thank you so much if you are subscribed already. Thank you so much for anyone who likes, comments, shares, any kind of support for my channel. You have no idea what it means to me, and I am so, so grateful for you. So thank you again so much, and I will see you beautiful souls in the next reading. Bye! Hi Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this blue apatite crystal, or maybe you chose the Bones Tarot, then welcome. These are your messages. So today we are going to be asking how that person on your mind is currently feeling about you. So what are their current thoughts and feelings towards you, towards the connection? So I should ask Spirit to please tune me in to my Pile 3's energy. Please tune me in to the situation at hand, as well as answer the question of how this person is feeling about them. Thank you. I keep having this one jingle from this one song stuck in my head, or it's not a jingle, it's like this part. I can't even remember what this song is called, but I know that it's from The Used, the band The Used, and it was like, we fall in love, it was the best idea I ever had. I don't know why, it's just that part of that song that's been like in my head since I sat here for your pile. So that could definitely be significant. And then it's like, oh, and then I'm hearing like it today. I felt better. I don't know, maybe this person's feeling a little bit better about a situation here, maybe a little bit more hopeful. Let's take a look. And maybe I should just go listen to that song. If I could remember the name, I would. All right, so how is this person feeling about my pile 3? What are their current thoughts and feelings here towards my pile 3? We have the Queen of Pentacles. It's like glitter or how are they feeling about my pile 3 here? What are their thoughts and feelings towards their pile 3? We have the Five of Swords. Justice. The Moon. Okay. Alright, so why is this Queen of Swords here? Let's clarify some of these cards. Why is Queen of Swords here? Ooh, we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Swords. Alright. Why is this Five of Swords here? Just with this Five of Swords. Uh-oh. I'm trying to stop it from falling on the ground. Over here. That was a little struggle. Okay. So we have the Hermit. Interesting. We also have, that was we have Virgo energy here with the Hermit. We also have Libra energy with the Justice card as well as Pisces energy with the Moon. Interesting. All right. So the Justice card. We have the Ten of Swords. Oh, the Moon, we have the Ace of Pentacles. All right, bottom of the deck here, we have the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, that channeled message, the channeled song is not really like what I'm getting here, but maybe they are, maybe feeling hopeful about the future. Also, that song, I just remembered the name, and it's not a happy song, or I guess it could be. But it's called Box Full of Sharp Objects by The Used. And actually, I think it's about oh my gosh. So it's about someone hurting themselves, inflicting pain upon themselves, and I think feeling better. I don't know, I haven't listened to that song in so long. And that could be a trigger warning here as well. So sorry if that was very random that came up, but maybe this person did kind of inflict some sort of pain within this connection upon themselves, because we do have Justice here and we have the Ten of Swords. So I'm feeling as though there was a painful ending here, and with the Five of Swords, this person is feeling quite defeated. Now, what I do want to say, though, with this Ace of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this person is clear on how they feel about you, or at least on how you make them feel. Because the message when the Queen of Swords kind of flew out to me here was a message of like, you make this person feel safe. You make this person feel comfortable, provided for, whatever the case is, in that situation. And I think that's something that they've been looking for a long time, is someone that they could feel safe with. Now, I do feel like this has triggered a tremendous amount of growth, this connection or whatever has happened here within this connection. There's been growth within this person, at least for sure. But I think they may have said some things or done some things that they're not quite proud of here. And I do feel there is some regrets. And with this Five of Pentacles, they are definitely feeling some sort of loss here. Maybe even some insecurities or some rejection when it comes to this. Because I do feel like the Ace of Pentacles is them wanting another chance, maybe presenting another opportunity here with you. But with the Moon here, this could indicate some fear surrounding that, some fears of rejection, of not being seen maybe or heard in the way that they would like to. And I do feel like because this person is almost maybe a little ashamed here, I am sensing some self-sabotage within this connection. Especially with this Five of Swords, I'm really feeling some like maybe some things were said that can't be taken back, or some things were done out of I don't know what they were out of actually. I'm trying to think of, but basically like the Five of Swords is like a battle of some sort could have been taking place here. And now they're feeling quite defeated. And it has caused them to really maybe take a look at their actions with this hermit. It caused them to do some self introspection to be like, why did I do that to pile 3? Or why did I say that? I'm definitely getting some regrets here. And I think that with the Justice card, it could have been a karmic situation, as in like what had happened. You know, like something had to happen for this person to feel this way, almost in a karmic way with Justice. But I think maybe this is like something that this person, I don't want to say deserved in a way of like, oh, I don't know how to say it actually, but that's the word that's coming to mind, is kind of like maybe this person deserved this due to their own actions or things of that nature. And I say that, you know, with compassion as well. Like, I don't say like, oh, this person just deserved that. And, you know, this is them. This person is feeling, I think, hurt. It's almost giving me this like rock bottom type of energy here. But I think this person does want to move forward here with you. They just don't know the outcome, or it would be almost as if like this moon is giving me much fears and stepping into the unknown. And also, maybe even having to feel some sort of emotions that this person has not been wanting to feel for a while. But regardless, they're feeling something here. Let's get some oracles. I actually want to dig a little bit deeper. We're also going to pull some channeled messages from this person, and we are going to give some advice for you at the end as well too. Just a little FYI. Okay, so we have door to personal healing and happiness coming in reverse. How is this person feeling about pile 3? What are their thoughts and feelings for it, pile 3? Holy crap. That could indicate they have a lot of feelings or a lot of things they want to say. I am called to the ones that are pulled over, so we'll talk about these in a second. But grief is something that I think is the energy that I was getting of like this person when they're feeling something, they just maybe not knowing what, it's just a form of grief. It also says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And I think that was that Ace of Swords and Queen of Pentacles energy. They're like, wow, I really miss my pile 3 right now. Like, I wish I had my pile 3 to comfort me. I wish I had, you know, that's like what I was feeling. Like, they were like, oh, damn, I forgot what I was going to say right now. But basically, like, yeah, it's like you don't know what you have until it's gone. Like, you could have been there for this person maybe a lot more than they deserved at certain times. And for whatever had happened that maybe caused some sort of separation here, which I'm feeling for a majority, it was you walking away with the, especially with the 5 of Pentacles, probably because you said enough is enough here, that it caused this intense like rock bottom feeling within this person. Like now they're like, maybe they're like, now I have nobody type of energy. But I'm not saying that for you to feel bad and go running back to, because I do not know the situation or anything like that. It's just maybe that's kind of how this person is feeling at times. Okay, so we have door to personal healing and happiness. I feel like it was coming in reverse, because with the Hermit here, coming here too with the 5 of Swords, I think this person is on the cusp to opening up a door to some sort of healing here, but I think there's been a lot of resistance coming from this person when it comes to taking a look. I think they're maybe scared of like what's behind that door when it comes to personal healings and really taking a look at oneself and why you do things that you do, or maybe why you learn certain behaviors and things like that. I do feel like there is some fear of like maybe what they may or might discover, and that was causing some sort of resistance here. And then we have the relationships, which is I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. I do believe this is them realizing that you weren't out to get them. You know, maybe their fears or their blockages at one point were saying that, you know, were telling them, or their ego was telling them that pile 3 was going to hurt us, that there's, you know, all of this stuff going on, all these fears going on in their head. That kind of maybe could have actually had a lot to do with this, this outcome of this situation at this time. And with that being said, they're realizing like, pile 3 only just wanted what was best for me. you know, and I wasn't able to grasp that or understand that. Okay, and then we have the third chakra, Archangel Camille in reverse, which when this chakra, this is our solar plexus. This is our personal power. This also, you know, gets blocked and out of order when we do have a lot of fear. Fear can block this chakra as well. So this is, I think, something very important that this person is kind of learning and going through. And they feel a bit powerless to the circumstances that they may have even caused. Like I said, I don't know anything before this or after this. I'm just doing this reading, but I am getting a strongly this could have been caused by them. But it also is a general reading, so hey, there could be so many different things. Anyways, my point is that they are feeling a bit powerless to this situation here at this time. Also, like I said, there's multiple indications of fear kind of taking over and taking the wheel and letting and driving this person's mindset here. Okay, so we have rest and rejuvenation in reverse, and we also have man holding a coin. But what I'm really called to is at the bottom, we have the garden and the gate in reverse. Oh, and also imagination right under that. Yeah. This is a card of, again, like longing and wanting more, but again, being scared to step out of your comfort zone and really go out and get what it is that you want. And that could have been a loving relationship. That could have been a successful, you know, teamwork relationship here. That could have been something that this person is kind of maybe even regretting at this time, because it's like they're longing for this, then it was presented to them, and it's almost as if they did not know how to handle it in some way, shape, or form here. Now, man holding a coin is giving me very much King of Pentacles energy. Wanting some more stability. Maybe this person does want to be a more stable figure in your life. And it also can just talk about being secure in oneself and in the things that you have. And maybe that's something that this person is trying to work on. Maybe they're trying to build more of a sense of security, whether that is financially or that, they could just be very much in the 3D is kind of what I'm getting here too, is a message here from spirit that this person is still, if you are one that is very spiritual and you know that there's so much more out there than, what we just can see, touch, and feel, you know what I'm saying? It seems that this person is very distracted still by 3D things. Which is okay. You know, it happens. It's mindset. Sometimes I even like, oh my gosh, if I like, I get stuck in the 3D all the time, and then I come out. It would solve that. We're always in 3, but you get what I'm saying, guys. It's like, there's a lot of things to distract us here, to say the least. It happens. But I think that this person's mindset is maybe a little bit different from yours. I don't think that's in a bad way, that what it would, at least specifically what I'm talking about. It's that I think that I don't know, this is just a message coming through that this person's still very much in the 3D, kind of focused on materialistic type of things. Which, again, that's not a bad thing. Like, you liking materialistic things doesn't make you a bad person in any way, but I think that there's maybe something more that this person needs to realize or needs to grasp for whatever reason. That could have even been a specific message for somebody or someone. But then we have the rest and rejuvenation in reverse, which is telling me this person is tired. This person's ultra tired. And I think that, they think a lot about you, and I think that they think a lot about, I don't even want to say past situations, because I think with the fact that we had imagination on there too, I feel like this person maybe just overthinks, and maybe not in the most nourishing way to the imagination, as in like you could think about like what could happen, what could be. I think this person is dwelling just a tad bit, if I can be quite honest. But yeah, let's go ahead now and let's get some general messages and see actually what comes out for this person. Oops, it almost just dropped one already. Okay, so stay with me forever. Yeah, I think this person is like missing you, or at least missing your energy of some sort. Like there's like I don't want you to go. Okay, and then we have, did you put a spell on me? Which means that this person, again, like when I was thinking, like this person like thinks about you a lot, like probably when they're trying to sleep or whatever. They could even be having dreams about you as well too. Anything that has to do with like, you know, when they're resting, it's something's causing them to not get as good a sleep. Anyways, did you put a spell on me? Yeah, this person could be like, you know, maybe and almost feels, what's the word? I was gonna say like intoxicated, but that's not kind of what I'm looking for. It's like, I guess it's spirits that maybe a little obsessed. Yeah, a little obsessed to the point where they're maybe not even taking fault of their own anymore. They're like, there's something else going on here that's making me feel this way. They're like, it's very much drawn. I just want to hear your voice again. Yeah, there's a longing here for you, pile 3, or a missing you, missing maybe the way things were. Almost maybe wishing they had what they had before, taking things for granted and realizing, okay, I can't move on. What other messages here from this person for pile 3, please? I need some time to cool off. That could have been that like heated argument, like that heated argument that I was seeing. Like I think in this hermit here too, definitely after like things, I think this person was feeling very defeated, and I do think they did need some time, or they do need some time to really take a look and like just be alone and like work on, whether it's working on themselves or not. I think to kind of like process some certain things that had happened is what I think this person needs. Or at least needed at that time, whenever this had happened for you. And so with that being said, I think that is kind of why this card came off. It's like maybe this person does get very overwhelmed when it comes to emotions, and maybe like for you, maybe you are some sort of like kryptonite for this person, like and almost like in a triggering way. It's like no one else can make them act the way they do or feel the way that they do, you know, for whatever reason. And so it is best maybe at times that this person does kind of just walk away before they say things or do things that they may regret, which could have happened in this situation. Any more channeled messages? I want to move in together. This could just feel like this person is wanting to be around you all the time. Like they feel very like maybe addicted to your energy and very comforted by you. That was literally the first message that came out. Regardless of everything else that has happened, like they do realize like how much they do like adore you, and how much they do just want. They feel so safe with you. Even though that's very ironic and sometimes not the case, because this person does seem to get triggered by their own fears and things like that as well too. So it's kind of like polarity. Like they do feel very safe with you, but also it's not you that would make them fearful or anything like that. It's the triggers. It's like what the fears, maybe what they're fearing would happen, what they're running from, things like that. That's why I was like, it's ironic, but you yourself, like you make them feel very comfortable, very safe. And then we have, I'm holding back. Yeah, that was kind of present as well too. Bottom of the deck, we have, I can't be the person you need me to be. That's interesting. That was kind of adamant too, like this person not really like making any moves a bit, just because I feel like it was like a fear of rejection here. And that moon energy too sometimes can and make people hold back a bit because they don't know what's going to happen or how it's going to be. Also, the moon is about illusions, and I think that maybe at one time they weren't seeing this connection as a as what it was. And that's why I think that whatever had happened, it brought this person some sort of clarity here. Because you have the Ace of Swords and you have the Ace of Pentacles. That is like, you know, them realizing some sort of truth and realizing what they had, which was like, or have like a beautiful opportunity here. Maybe even wanting to take an opportunity as well too, but that moon energy was kind of stopping them. I think that's what I was saying before too, but I can't really remember. So yeah, for whatever reason, this person seems to be holding back right now, even though they're like feeling this way, you know, and I think they're holding back because they just, maybe it could be pride as well. They don't want to like look stupid, or maybe there's been a lot that had happened between, in between you and them, and it's like they don't know if they should even do anything, you know, like as well. It's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna get one more and then we're gonna pull some advice for you. So any more messages, channel messages from, is there still a chance? Oops, we have another one and it fell. Hold on. So maybe they're holding back too, yeah, because they're like, is there still a chance for me to? Maybe they're like waiting for an opportunity as well. I think that's what this person is also doing. I think they are waiting for an opportunity to maybe address this or talk to you. Oh my gosh, I heard like an opportunity, like maybe when you unblock them or something. That I think that was specific for certain people, but like they could be for that, for whoever that was specific for. They're like texting, and then if you guys have like iPhones or something, they're like waiting for that text to go blue again, or is it not blue? I don't know if it does that anymore, but if it's like that, I think they're waiting for it to say delivered. They're like, that would be kind of funny. Ow. I hit my head while I was trying to get there. Oh, I regret so many things. That's I think I said that in the beginning. I was like, I think this person had a lot of regrets. All right. Now, I'm going to leave this here. You can definitely like screenshot it if you want to look at them later. I'm going to leave them right here, but I am going to be shuffling your cards for your advice. So, Spirit, what advice do we have for pile 3 right now in this situation? What advice here? Oh, I wonder what will happen next. Pause before action, perception change. And then we have law is not justice. And that's interesting because we had the justice card come out. Rules that are not fair. This is interesting advice for you. We have keep your temper too. Don't allow anger to rule you, which I kind of difficult for that. Yeah, this is all about you. I think pausing, if you are approached by this person, or like maybe nothing is happening like between you two and it's making you feel anxious, or it's making you feel like maybe you should reach out or something has to be done here, I think the advice here for you is to still kind of wait and pause and to see and to let things, maybe whether that a perception of yours change, or this is almost like it could be some sort of realizations, or maybe just letting things be for right now for a specific reason. And I feel like the law is not justice, is like the fact that you get angry is probably indication that you have been treated unfairly. And I know that it says to, keep your temper, which I do feel like that is a message to not let somebody get you out of character, or like, take your energy, whatever the case is, to where you feel like you're so you're out of control of your own actions, you know what I'm saying? Which we've all been there and done that before. But I think this is to really stop and think before reacting, and stop and think why this is happening. And almost like, is this person doing this on purpose? Is this person trying to get you out of yourself and to anchor you on purpose? Almost is kind of a message that I'm getting here, because it's like, I wonder what will happen next. And then it's like, it says, don't allow your anger to rule you, to keep your temper. This one says pause before action. Interesting. I do feel like this is almost like, to wait before you react. maybe there's other things that need to be said or not said that need to be known. And also, I think you don't want this person to have, or maybe it's other people in general too. I don't want to just keep saying this person because this is just kind of advice for you, but it's like someone to have control over you, and you may be acting because you're being treated unfairly too. So to really take a look at that as well. It's just because someone says is supposed to be a certain way or you're supposed to be does not mean that it's supposed to be the same for you as well. With this law, it's not justice. Just because or maybe you feel like you're supposed to do something or you're supposed to be a certain way does not make it right, does not make it deserved. I feel like this law is not justice, especially with this justice card, is to really to see what's fair for you and also for other people. That is what it, but I think this is your advice. So it's like, what is fair for you? What is justice for you? What does that mean for you? You know? And to really think about that. And especially when people are trying to get you out of character or provoke you in a certain way, that's very telling of their justice and what they think is fair. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there could be some instances of not seeing eye to eye on certain things. And I think there's something that needs to be looked at deeper when it comes to that. Yeah. Instead of wondering if this person's going to, be that person or reach out in a certain way, it's like, do you deserve that? Or do you deserve better? Do you deserve more? That's what I keep getting with this justice. I want to get one more up here too. Okay, what's one more advice card do we have? Or pile 3. Becoming braver, resilient, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. So we have 2 cards here indicating a fresh, different perspective here. Looking at something a little bit differently is really important here. And I think you'll be surprised at what it is that you see. Now, I think this is becoming braver to do what you know is right for you, whether that's what your desires are or not. Really taking a look to see what's in your best favor is the best advice that I feel like and is coming right now for you. Like that's kind of the main thing. I don't know what I just said. That sentence did not make sense, but that's like the main thing that I'm getting here is to kind of pause and do what's best for you. What gives you the most peace? What do you think? Trust your own judgment here. And sometimes our judgments are clouded when we're very angry or when things happen and we're just overwhelmed or things get us out of character, that we're not in the best judgment. So yeah. I think there's needs to be some sort of pause here on both ends. Cooling off, it seems to be something that's common. So you can really think clearly and see clearly here. Okay. A very interesting reading. I think I said interesting 20 times. If you want to play a drinking game, you can go back and you can take a shot for every time I said interesting, and you actually don't do that. You probably have alcohol poisoning because I caught myself saying it so many times. Okay, well, on that note, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you so much for staying till the end if you did. Don't forget to like or subscribe so you never miss another one. And I want to thank everyone who's ever liked or subscribed to my channel or commented or shared or done anything that honestly that has supported my channel in any way, shape, or form. I am so grateful for that. You guys really have no idea what it means to me. So I just want to say thank you, and I will see you beautiful souls in the next one. Bye.